Wool is the Answer on the 14th of October, and we are finally here live. Well, I'm Marie. Let me just get.
I'm Dominique. Well, Wool is the Answer.
And we're finally here. Sorry we've missed a few. Life got in the way and time ran away with us, didn't it?
Yeah. We were over ambitious thinking, oh no, I can't remember what happened last week.
It was Bakewell, and we thought we forgot we couldn't set up till 4 o'clock, didn't we?
Right, yes.
So yeah. We were thinking we were going to be there, but no, we were still putting the stall up at 6 o'clock, weren't we?
We were. Yes, we were. Yeah, I was just looking, it was the 22nd of September we last podcast, which is why it feels like such a long time.
Yeah, because we did it the Thursday before Yarndale, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And then I was away, and then we thought we would only miss 1 week, but anyway, we're here.
We're back.
We're back.
The absence does not, my amount of knitting does not correspond with the absence because I've not done any, but, you know.
We've been busy though, haven't we? I mean, it was a bit manic. We had a good show at Yarndale, didn't we, which resulted in lots of orders being taken and lots of dyeing having to be done when we came back, which was fantastic, but lots to do.
Right, I'm just...
Oh. Hello, everybody.
Oh, go away, Sally.
I know.
I mean, not nice, is it?
Well, at least it's nice that you're joining us from Jamaica, but not nice. Although I've got to say, today, the weather is beautiful. It's really sunny. It's nice. Nice day.
It's been beautiful all week, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been lovely.
But it does look, Sally, like you're having a fantastic time.
Yes, we're not jealous at all.
No. I mean, look, we're truly international. We've got Yorkshire, we've got the UK, America, Jamaica.
Anybody else want to join us from another part of the world? Feel free.
Another continent.
Yep. Oh dear. Right.
It does look like Sally's having a fantastic time, but Sally, it is beautiful sunshine out here as well. So, you know, you are missing a bit of sunshine.
Well, I'm going to try and do things in date order if I can remember, and I'm sure I've forgotten something because I was trying to put it in piles to remember what I hadn't shown. So if you've seen it before, just tell me. If you haven't, then all well and good.
I think, yeah, I feel like I forgot something, but I also don't know what it is. So,
right. Well, I will show you a cast on and cast off that I did in Falmouth.
Yes.
So Grace and I went painting one day, and Grace was being ever so precise on her little pumpkin she was making, and I made a blunt pot and literally whizzed it off and thought, no, I'm just sat here. Luckily, next door is Stitches and Cream, the shop in Falmouth. So I went and bought 100 grams of double knit, and I cast on a cowl and I finished it. It's only a little short cowl, but it's blue-faced Leicester and silk, so it's really, really soft. And the wool is by Evizen, which is a Cornish indie dye. So that's Echo Victor, India Zulu, Echo November. And it is called Fallen Leaves. It's really autumnal.
It is really autumnal.
Because I bought myself like a wintry, like padded coat while I was away. So it's like the perfect colours. So just a little, you know, I just made the pattern up and just sorted it. So that was me cast on and cast off, and I've got enough to make some wristies left over. So I think I'll just make
100 grams.
Yeah, because it's not very big. You can see I cast on 90 stitches and did probably about 60 rows, and just put a little bit of a yarn overs in. So that kept me busy. So that was good. So I did that in Falmouth. I'd lost the label, so I was very good because I've actually written it all down on a piece of paper.
That's very good. Is it? I think it's DK, is it?
Yeah, it's double knit, blue face Leicester and silk. But yeah, I really like the colours. sort of close up, you can see all the different. Oh, that's better. Like mustardy, browns, reds, pink.
I mean, it looks like fallen leaves in autumn.
It does look like fallen leaves in autumn. I mean, it's aptly named, isn't it?
You've got all the colours in there. Yes, very nice.
So, because I was thinking, I bet I can't remember the name of it. And then as soon as I saw, I thought that's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Exactly what it was. I just need to say, hello to everyone. Hello to Michelle. So we've got Australia there as well.
Oh, look at that.
All the way around the globe.
We're all around the globe. And from Dublin. We've got Dublin as well.
Oh, yes. There you go. Perfect.
Hello from Cornwall. Hello from Cornwall. Oh, we're getting top of the country, bottom side, right, left, up, down, like that.
Michelle, I don't know what yours is like. I spoke to Mum and Dad who are in the Blue Mountains at the minute, and it was colder there than it was here.
Oh, what a shame.
So they were only on 14 degrees, and I'd got 16 in my car. So
did your dad still have his shorts on?
I didn't ask. It's been a chaotic morning, and I'd had 7 missed calls.
Oh dear.
Because I've been busy. So I rang them in the car outside an appointment. Didn't really get a chance to have much of a conversation. I thought there was something wrong.
Oh dear.
But there wasn't. Anyway.
Yeah. Yes, Lucy, we're a worldwide service today, providing a worldwide service across the interweb. What have you got to show us then?
Really not a lot.
No.
I've got one. Yes, very cold for this time of year.
Before I go any further, I like your jumper. Is it a Sainsbury special?
Yes.
Sainsbury sleeves. I keep getting a flash of stripes as well. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. You're still struggling, aren't you?
Oh my Lord.
Can you speak? If not, do you want me? Just do this if you need me to speak, right? Do that and I'll just
say. I mean, 19 minutes ago, I wasn't dressed and I'd not washed my hair. So I've just rushed around and made myself feel not well. But
are you feeling better than you were, though?
I'm better than I was.
Good.
So this is my finished object. Look, I mean, look seamlessly into the jumper.
I love them. They are absolutely gorgeous.
So, I mean, they are so, but I wanted to use as much as I could. So I've used 75 grams. So they are really long. 3 repeats. Let me just.
Is that alcohol?
No, it's Shandy Bass thing. It's 3 repeats. So we go from there to there 3 times. I just did it 3 times. And then I just did an afterthought hum. An afterthought thumb. And one is pink and one is red.
I love them. They are really nice.
I mean, I've not particularly worked. I've just kept getting shoved to the side. So they've taken me forever, but they are just perfect now that it's going to get slightly cooler.
Did you use a pattern or did you just?
No, because I cast them on as socks.
That's right.
So I cast them on down here as socks. I'd have cast on 64 stitches, I would think. And then I decided they were too nice to be socks because I'm not going to wear socks. So then I literally just kept knitting a tube. And I didn't want to interrupt the stripes, which is why I did an afterthought thumb rather than putting a thumb in, because I just wanted the rainbow to keep going. So I've got 29 grams left.
Enough for some socks.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm not going to get a pair of socks out of 30 grams.
No, you could use that as the contrast though, couldn't you?
Yes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might even get, because Hayley, Ducky Darlings, had bought a 50 gram from us and she'd done some little wristies.
Yeah.
So I might get a pair of wristies.
They are really nice, those. I really like them. They look fantastic in that yarn. That yarn is beautiful.
It is. It's so nice because I have done something similar in, and I keep forgetting what it's called, the one that the the one that the underground.
Oh, Mind the Gap.
Yes, trailing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever it is, I've done it in them because that's striped, but it's really thin. The wool feels really thin. This feels.
And was that the Laughing Yaffle?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've not. I do look, not all the time. Someone was saying in the last couple of weeks that they'd had a notification that they'd got it back in and then it had gone again.
I looked, because I got the same. I looked on and everything had gone. I thought, oh, I don't believe it, because
she's obviously a really small Fair Isle hat. That's not a bad idea.
Oh yeah.
But they're just so nice. I want to make the most of every little bit of it. I mean, look how long they are. They are ridiculously long.
Yeah, but they're fantastic. They're really nice. I like them.
But in the winter, when the wind can get up your sleeves, then they're perfect. So that is my one and only finished object.
I like that, when the wind gets up your sleeves.
Well, it does, doesn't it? Sometimes if you've got wristies or gloves and they don't quite go far enough. So
I've never had that problem, I must admit. When the wind gets up my sleeves. No, I've never had that problem. Do you walk out with your arms like this?
No, but when you're walking, you do get a bit of flesh that's exposed. Not with these, I won't.
Not with them, you won't.
So let's see what that becomes. But I will use it at some point just because it's too pretty not to. But they're just too pretty not to have out and use. So
really, really nice. So I like them. Really nice.
That is what I'm going to do.
Really, really nice. I mean, you've given me an idea, because I'm going to show you some of my purchases now. So these purchases are from Yarndale. I was going to make a pair of socks out of these, but now you've made me think I might make some. So this is from Madrigal Yarns, and it's the self-striping sock. It's called Magenta Dream. Now I've seen that, I'm thinking I could make myself some stripy wristies, couldn't I? Probably, and a pair of socks, because you know me, I don't, out of 100 grams.
That's 100, is it?
Yeah, out of 100 grams, I'll get like a nice little pair of wristies. Made me think now. And then it came with a mini, so you get it with a mini. So that's the colour I got for the mini, but I have chosen, in my stash I had this, so I think that goes better, to be honest. And that is... So,
although the pale is in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the pale is in there, but they look a lot brighter. So the base of this is, so it's the 85% superwash, extra fine merino and 15% nylon, so it's super squishy. But look at the colours in there. Oh, I might do that. I might make a pair of socks and some little wristies, like you say, like Hayley did. Just, ooh, now you've made me think.
With 100 grams and a mini, there's a lot of wool there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. So I got that, and I also got.
Oh yes.
From the fabulous knitting gift shop that we love, Ian and Trish. So I got the cable needles. So I got those because I was going to use them on my Stephen West shawl. So I got those. I do seem to spend quite a lot of time though, just sitting playing with them. They're quite tactile.
They were really, really inexpensive as well, weren't they?
Yes. Ask me how much they were. I can't remember. But yes, so I got a couple of those to use on my shawl. And that was all I bought at Yarndale. I did make a purchase after Yarndale, which I'll show you, but I think that's all I bought at Yarndale. To be fair, we didn't have time to go and look, did we? I bought a ball of black yarn from Kath, Wensleydale Longwall Sheep Shop.
Oh, yes.
I don't even know what month we're in now. We're in October, aren't we?
Yes.
September's square, which I'm way behind on. So I bought that. But so I didn't really, we never really got a chance to even go and walk about, did we?
I went to Kath because she wanted a picture of me and my After the Rain with her on the stall, and that was it.
I knew I wanted some of that self-striping sock yarn. That's why I went straight to Madrigals, because I knew I
You
wanted.
bought some knitting needles.
Oh, I did. I bought some knitting needles from Carol for to get ready for the shawl. So that was knitting for fun. I bought those from. But yeah, never had a look around. It was funny because when I started looking on social media at all the different, I was thinking, oh, must have been a nice show, Yarndale. Wished I'd been there. So we never even got to have a look around.
We didn't. I'd written down, just while we're talking of yarn. I mean, this is not going to end well. I did write down there were loads of, so many people came and said hello and spoke to us.
It was nice. People came and said that we cheer them up, don't we, with these podcasts, and it was nice. So thank you for coming to see us and tell us. Dominique's obviously got a list of names.
I did. Well, that's what I'm just looking for. I did write them down. Now, if it's, I'm going to struggle to.
I'll keep going. But yes, it was lovely. So thank you for coming to say hello to us. And a lot of people, we know you as, we see your names popping up here and we maybe hadn't met you. And some people who don't comment that just said it was really nice, they like joining us. So thank you. Thank you very much.
There was Lorna.
Lorna.
There was Martha.
Martha, hello.
There was, it was Violet.
Rose and
Violet. Yes. I wrote it down, but I wrote Ruth down and Marie said no, it was Rose.
Well, I could have got it wrong.
But it was the two ladies from the northeast who said they were the crime fighting duo of our books that we're going to write.
Yeah.
So there will have been others, but I either didn't write it down at the time but for everyone that came up and said hello, and particularly those that said they enjoy the podcast and they sit down and watch us after a long week or whatever, then just thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So I think that was all my Yarndale purchases, but then I did feel bad because I hadn't got the Yarndale wool, so I ordered it. So it was their Tristan, which they did for the 10-year, because it was the 10th birthday. So that's Tristan, that's the West Yorkshire Spinners. So then I've got a pair of socks from each Yarndale that we've done.
Yes.
Bought them. And they also sent me the badges as well. So I've got the little Tristan badge there. So that'll go on.
I'm going to say, is that the one with his 10?
Yeah, so that'll go on my money belt. And I also got the 10-year one as well, with all the little sheepies on.
I didn't even see that one. I kept seeing Tristan with his birthday badge on.
So they'll go on my little money belt. So I'll make another pair of socks out of those because I've done one out of each one. So
I mean, I didn't have any purchases from Yarndale at all. Nothing. But
we were slacking, weren't we?
Well, yeah.
I mean, look, I've gone like similar colours, haven't I? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
I do it all the time, don't I? I get drawn in under similar colours. So what else have you been up to then?
Well, I've only got 2 little bits to show you, so you might as well go next.
Right, well, if you don't want to see clue 1 of Stephen West's Twists and Turns, look away now. Clue 2 came out yesterday. I haven't finished clue 1 yet, but flipping heck. I'm not going to be able to keep up, but my intention was this morning to get on with a bit, but I had to do a mercy mission, so I ended up not getting chance. So I'm just in a bit of a tangle. So I am using our ultra blue and navy, and this, I'm getting there. I think I'm on row repeat 8 or 9, and I've got 11 and a half to do. Flipping heck, honestly. I mean, I really like it. I've got to say, I do like the braids, but there's just loads of cast. I mean, I have moaned. I think it didn't help.
I've not seen anybody say that they're enjoying it.
I've got to say, I don't think it helped casting it on at Bakewell, because we had so much on, didn't we? So I cast it on just before I've gone to Bakewell and trying to do it at Bakewell. And I've got on a much better since I've been at home because I've just been able to sit and I've got the pattern in my head. So it's easy to follow. But it took me a while to get into it. My knitting, because I'm a tight knitter. So casting on the stitches, like quite a lot on a row with knitting in between, so that when I went back to actually knit the stitches, I was like this. So I had to change my needles to needles. So I got some sharper needles. Then I've changed them again for some fixed needles, higher fixed needles, because I was then finding that it was trapping on my, on this bit here.
Yeah.
Just kept. And I thought, so I ordered myself some higher needles. So these, the sharp ones.
Yes.
Since I got those, I've been whizzing off a bit quicker. And I think if it hadn't been for this morning, I'd nearly be finished that and ready to start section 2. But he did say on the thing, section 1 is there's quite a lot of knitting. Section 2 there'll not be as much. Are you having a laugh, Mr. West?
Well, have you seen section 2? There is as much.
Slow.
Well,
I mean, he said something else.
As soon as it came out, I had a look and I kept saying to Marie, it reminds me of something. It's very 80s. It reminds me of something from my childhood and I know what it is.
What?
That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of them standard lampshades that everybody had.
Oh, that's it.
That's exactly what it reminds
me. Like this. Hang on, let me turn it round. So like that?
Like, yeah.
Oh dear.
That's what he's made. He's making a lampshade.
But I am enjoying it. But honestly, I could not get my head into it. And I was knitting too tight. But now I've got these needles. I'm much better. I've got myself organised. I've got my little yarn in my little JoPickleLily yarn tubs. I think that. So I'm all sorted. But I thought, right, so I had a look at part 2 because the video's all on YouTube. Not as much knitting. I mean,
no, because there's so much purling.
I've just read what Vic's. There's loads. It's on both sides. It's not even just. I just looked at it and thought I might be lucky if I had this ready for the Christmas retreat. To be fair, I haven't had a chance this week to do much knitting. I have been busy with stuff, so I haven't had a great deal of knitting time. So as I say, I might get on this afternoon and do some. If I could try and get it done today, that would be good, but I don't think I've got it.
I've not seen anyone, I don't think, any of the podcasts I've watched or anything like that, anyone's anywhere near finishing it, and everyone's kind of going, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it. I'm going to keep going, but I'm really not enjoying this. And I thought, I do hope it's worth it.
It's the relentless casting on, casting off, casting on, casting off, casting on, casting. It's just non-stop, and you just think,
yeah,
oh, for heaven's sake. But now I've got into the rhythm of it. I am a bit better with it, but it is a little bit monotonous because normally his are like you're thinking all the time and changing. It's just a bit monotonous. But I will keep going
with the choices because you weren't sure when you first cast it on.
No, but I think now that you can see it, I am happy. You can see the colours now. I just thought at the beginning you couldn't see the colours, but I am happy.
Yeah,
I had a little mistake with some stitch. I just gone wrong on my stitch count, but you can easily fudge it, so I did. So I'm all back on track. Yeah, I do like it, but yeah, monotonous. It's been a little bit monotonous. But I was thinking, I'm going to look at it yesterday, and there's, it'll fill me with a little bit of hope that there's not going to be a lot of knitting. Yeah, right. I mean,
it's not just knitting, is it? It's picking up and it. Yeah.
All fancy stitches, different colours, lots of different things. Yeah, I might. Yeah. Anyway, watch this space next week. Let's see where I am next week. But it nearly did go out the window when I was at Bakewell because I was just.
Yeah.
I just had a serious sense of humour because I couldn't get the pattern into my head, so I was having to look at it all the time, which I hate doing.
I was never going to do either because I knew I've not got time to do it at the minute. But if I was going to do either, it would have been the Maddie Harvey one. And Victoria showed us that on Wednesday night, and that looked really nice.
It does, but that looks all over the place as well, doesn't it?
That was all. You always knew that was in 2 pieces. But yeah, that looked really nice. Quite a lot of the pictures I've seen of them, people's progress in that, I really like that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that has been taking up a little bit of my time. Have you got anything, or do you want me to just keep rabbiting on?
Well, all I've got is 2 pieces, and one is half a sock, and that's it.
Show me half a sock.
I'll show you half a sock. That is half a sock.
Half a sock?
I mean, I turn the heel, I cast that on Yarndale weekend, so that's how little I've done. I got to a point where I needed to turn the heel, and then I'm just working down. I mean, it's double knit, it really shouldn't take long, but like I say, I've not done any knit, I've really not done much knitting at all. So, but that is Glitterball. I do like how it's...
Well, I'll show mine at the same time. So you've got half a sock and I've got 3/4 of the sock. So hold yours up. Mine's sparkle 4-ply, and I've got it with the turquoise. Look, I mean, that's an instant. I love the pooling. I was saying before, I think it looks like little clouds. Little clouds in a pink sky.
I'm just looking like the heel has not really got any of the purple in, but then it is. So I am enjoying. I'm really enjoying how it's knitting up. But it's just, I've just not done a great deal. But we're not a million miles away from a toe.
No, I'm on my toe. So I'm slowly getting there. I was doing that. We were both doing that over Yarndale, weren't we? And Bakewell, I got a little bit of that knitting done.
I didn't do any knitting at Bakewell.
Well, I tried a few stitches, but I didn't get very far. I
mean, it's in my Strictly, with my Strictly badge and my little yarn.
Like we prepared it. Got mine in my little strip.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
but you've not knit a stitch in front of Strictly yet, I don't think.
I have a little bit. I cheated and watched it on repeat. But that's my new little yarn tub from JoPickleLily as well that I got at Bakewell.
Yes. Very sparkly.
That's the gold sparkly one. Last year I got the black sparkly one. So you've got to have a bit of... But it goes with the socks, doesn't it?
But it does. I'm hoping this week is the week I can sit down on tomorrow night and
get some done.
Get some done in front of Street. I normally always watch It Takes Two every... I've just not got into it yet, but I will do. There's time yet, but yeah, so there's not much knitting, but that is at least some knitting.
Yeah, I mean, I have caught up a little bit on It Takes Two. I've caught up on that now. And I've caught up on the first episode because I'd missed that one. So I'm all caught up. I'm all up to date. So I'm happy with that. So Bakewell now, move on to that. So my purchase, I got my little yarn tub off JoPickleLily, and she was next to us, wasn't she, on the stall? She
was, yeah.
Really pretty things, didn't she? She had lots of really nice things, nice Christmassy things as well. And I made 3 purchases. I think there. 3 purchases. So I've got these from Noodle Soup yarns. They were in the bargain bucket. I managed to find 3 the same. So these are self-striping minis. So I'll get a pair of socks out of that. I don't know what colourway it is because there wasn't a name on them. But I really like the colours. So they like pinks and purples and blacks.
I take it they were 20-gram minis.
Yes. So I'm going to put them with probably, I've got some Midnight Sparkle, so I'll put them with a Midnight Sparkle heel. But I couldn't resist them when I saw those, because I went to have a look at the self-striping and she'd run out and that's all she had left in the bucket. And then directly opposite us was a lovely guy.
Richard.
And it's Jane's fault, because although he'd been there, I hadn't had a chance to go and see. And she said, Marie, you've got to go up there because he's got something that you will love. And she was right, look, I mean,
Yes.
A little moo cow. Well, a Highland coo. How cute is that? So that's
he'd got different animals as well, hadn't he? Different coloured yarn and different animals.
That's going on my Christmas tree. I've actually got a bit of a thing going, and you also got, and he's called Lorette Crafts, and you get a little. Let me just sort it myself out. I've got a little stitch marker with it. So that was. Oh, you've got one too. So yeah, really nice things, didn't he? He had some really lovely stuff.
I couldn't resist.
I mean, they are lovely. He had some really nice different things, didn't he? Little all wooden pyrography, is it?
Well, it says on here, laser cut wooden and acrylic items, custom orders welcome. Most of them were wooden.
Yes.
And he then, you know, puts the...
I thought that was a really nice touch on a business card with a little stitch marker. Really nice touch.
But I nearly went for, I mean, no one needs any more stitch markers, and I definitely don't, but these were too nice. I nearly went for, he'd got a chemistry set with different flasks, test tubes, but it kind of, you name it, he'd got a theme of, and they were they three?
There were 2 for £5.
Yeah, or three.
Or £3 each.
£3.25 each, I think.
Yeah.
Or yeah, 2 sets for £5. I thought that was really nice.
Really nice.
He'd got if any, have a look, I'll put all these details, have a look on the website. But he'd got, if you were doing a temperature blanket or you're doing a colour work project, a
wooden that you put
like a rectangular wooden thing with holes.
Yeah.
Colour A, colour B. So you could put them. It just stitch gauge
rulers. He had lots of things that Dominique's struggling to find words for. He had,
you know, a square thing that's got the hole in the middle for your gauge.
Yeah, he had those. He also had lots of bases to make baskets, didn't he? So if you wanted to make baskets, he had those.
Magnetic needle holders if you were a sewer.
Yeah, he also had rulers, sock rulers.
Oh, just he had.
Look.
I'd never seen him before, never heard of him before.
Really nice. He's local as well, wasn't he? He was local to the area. He nipped home, didn't he, to get some more stock because he'd run out of stock.
Yes, he went into his workshop and made it, didn't he?
His workshop, just what we like to hear.
So yeah, really, really nice, really nice lad, and some just different, unusual bits and pieces.
And then other thing that I bought, that we both bought, we were opposite Kath at Wednesday Longwell Sheep Shop, and I bought some Aran. I'm not sure what colour this is called. It's shade 132. Can't remember what it's called, but it's pale purple. I have gone a bit of a purple theme, look. Bakewell was obviously the purple theme, and so it's to make the hilly, like tank top, vest top, like that cable. I was going to say, have you got the pattern to make that? So we both got it because we were both looking at it, didn't we? And both tried it on. And you've gone for aubergine, haven't you?
For aubergine.
Yeah, really nice. And there was a lady wearing that colour, wasn't there, that came to our stall, and it was really nice in that colour. So
yeah, it was in red on the stand, and it was really nice. And I probably would have gone for it because it was all I kept looking at. But there was something I wasn't 100% sure. And as soon as I saw the lady in that, I thought I'm definitely having that. So, I mean, to be cast on, you know,
mine's in a bag.
Cast on, but
I'm waiting for my red jumper. I showed my red jumper last time, didn't I? I haven't done any more on that. So I'm not sure because I haven't done any more on that. But I'm going to be concentrating on my Stephen West shawl, my snocks, and that jumper. And then I will cast that on, although I am itching to cast it on. Do you know what I mean? But I can't. Not while I'm doing the Stephen West. Once that's out of the way, I might cast it on. But
yeah,
I need, or else, yeah. Anyway, so that's all my purchases.
I've got 2 more purchases, but from the same, because I really love Charley's yarn. I went and got some from Noodle Soup. Really so nice. That was sparkle, because she didn't have it in another colour. She didn't have it in not sparkle. But that is shimmer sock, and the colourway is 2.0. And it's 75% superwash, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. And this she did have not in sparkle.
Nice.
The colours are beautiful. And that is her foot-free squish fingering, which is 100% superwash merino, and it is called Mischief.
Perfect.
So I didn't need any more wool. I wasn't buying anything, but I was wearing my summer sorrel that I'd done. One of the skeins was Charley's, and so I went to show her. And of course, while I was stood there chatting to her, it was in the most gorgeous lace knitted dress.
It was
with a petticoat underneath. It looked stunning. And I was chatting to her for quite a while, and these just kept looking at me. So I thought, well, it would be rude not to take them back. So, but the deep sea glass I bought at Bakewell last year, I've only just knit into the summer sorrel. So if I get these knit in the next year, I'm doing well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get them knit before Bakewell. But that was it. They were my only purchases.
I think I finished one book, well, an Audible book. I finished The Bullet That Missed, so that's the most recent. Have you got hold of yours yet? The most recent.
No, I'm still.
And at the beginning, I said it was weird because Leslie Manville wasn't reading it, but I soon got over that. You soon got into it. I really enjoyed it. It was funny. I did enjoy it, so I finished that.
No, I am still quite away from the front of the list, but I've got plenty of other books. I've got 7 books
ready.
The crochet ones, the library ran out and wouldn't order me them, which is the first time they've said no.
Really?
Really quite snotty about it as well. I thought her email response was very curt.
That's not good.
No. Well, she said the response, I'd put 2 books, I'd put the next 2 books on there. So I just filled in the form and asked if they could buy them in any format, because I've always got them in large print and I didn't care. I'm position 7, I've just checked. And she came back and she said, I can only find them on Amazon and they're £20, which I'm sure you can agree is too much money. And I thought, well, one, why are you only looking on Amazon? Because I then Googled it and I've bought them for £6 each.
Yeah.
But I just thought she was a bit...
That's a bit rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I thought they could do interlibrary loans.
Well, all she'd done was look on Amazon, which I thought was a poor cop-out. Anyway, so I think the next 5 of one series and the next 2 of the other, I'd found on World of Books or Abe Books, all for under £6. So I thought, well, I'm just going to buy them all. And I'm rattling through that stash. So
oh dear.
When I get to the front of the queue.
Yeah, that's not good, is it?
But they've bought them in the past, but yeah, she was just a little bit not very polite, I didn't think. But anyway.
Oh dear, that's not good. So I need to find a new book on my Audible. I need to find something. So I don't know what I'm going to go for. I need to have a look. I did find something the other day. It was on one of the bestseller lists, and I can't remember what the heck it was. I think I put it in the basket on Audible. I can't remember what it was. That shows as much. I haven't had time. I just haven't had time to think about a book or listening, or maybe now we haven't got any more wool shows coming up. I know we're busy. We've still got bits and pieces, haven't we? Because we're doing needles, nibbles, and hooks. In November, that we're doing a pop-up show, aren't we? So we're doing that. But I think all the tickets are sold out for that. And then we've got our retreat at the end of November, and then we've got our afternoon tea in December, which is sold out.
Yes.
So just a reminder that all the what's the word I'm looking for? Afternoon teas. I'm thinking Advents. I've got Advents in my head because I've been busy with the Advents. All the afternoon tea for next year, 2023, are all on the website. So if you want to book them, they're all there available now. But yeah, so I've been sorting out Advents. So they will be getting ready to be posted in the next couple of weeks. They'll all be ready to go and off. Can't think. And we've got the you're busy dyeing up the
Golden Girls.
That's it. That's all been ready to sort out. So that'll be going as well soon.
Yep.
So yeah, we're all busy.
You've got 3 books there.
Oh yes. Oh, that I did Lucy Worsley's Marjorie. That's one that's in my list. The Agatha Christie one. Alan Rickman's Diaries. Oh, I might have a look at that. I'd seen some interview on that, talking about when he was discussing some of the Harry Potter stuff and how he'd been quite harsh to some of his leading ladies. So I might have a read of that. Thank you for those. The House Across the Lake. Ooh, nice. Very Hitchcock. That then. Thank you. But yeah, I'd seen the Lucy Worsley's book about Agatha. So
let me show you this last bit of knitting, because I've still not done much, but the only bit of knitting I've done is on this.
Oh, very good.
So
it then.
I'm on, I don't know, about row 7 of the second repeat, and I've got to do 4 repeats. It's a 26 row repeat, so I'm a long way off. But the only bit of knitting I've really done is on this, because I need to get this done. So, and it is the Cara by Pat Menchini, which we went down the rabbit hole on Wednesday night at Knit and Natter. She's got 15 pages on Ravelry. I mean, some of the other designs are beautiful. I've got it into my head she was American, but she's not. She's a English designer. So if you're looking for jumpers and things, men and women, she's got both. And you've not heard of her before. None of us had, I don't think. We all went down rabbit holes, and she's got lots of really nice patterns. So I'm just doing that in the Drops Lima.
That looks nice. What colour is it? Is it grey?
No, it's like a oatmeal.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, I can see now. You've put it closer.
That's a better... It's meant to be pieced, but I've just joined it in the round because I would have absolutely lost the will.
Yes.
Piece. So I've just joined it in the round, and then when I get to the shaping, then I'll do the front and do the back, and then just join it for the shoulders. So
I do know what I meant to say. I've put a pattern in my basket because I've had my eye on it for a while, and I want to knit it. I mean, I don't know when. It'll just get maybe January. That that time of month that you just think you've got nothing to do. It's the Pressed Flowers cardigan.
Oh yes,
it's mosaic knitting. I love it. I'm thinking coral reef. So that's by Savoury Knitting, and the pattern was released. I think it was last week or the week before.
It was released last week. It was released the week before Bakewell, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I really like that. So that's in my list, and I want to do that. I mean, I need another pair of hands. I need more hours in the day, and not to sleep, and then I might get it all done.
Michelle's saying she thinks Pat Menchini's patterns in the knitter. She does, because she says only because I started looking at her Ravelry page, she had designs in the knitter and maybe Knit Now or something like that. So she's obviously a really well-known designer, but just none of us on our Knit and Natter had heard of her. And like we said, there's so many on Ravelry. There's hundreds of thousands of designers, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's nice. Everyone, the popular ones,
yeah.
But there's so many out there, very talented, and hers are really reasonably priced patterns as well.
Yeah, but she did have lots of different things, didn't she? So
yeah.
But yeah, it is quite amazing, isn't it? Sometimes when you start looking and you go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and then everybody's going, "Oh, have you seen this one? Oh no, I like that one as well."
Yeah,
it did get a little bit crazy, doesn't it?
Marjorie's ordered the Shawl Society 2022, which is out now, and it uses all minis.
Oh my lord! I mean, that'll come in handy, won't it? If anybody like Marjorie perhaps has bought any advent calendars, what do you reckon?
That's just reminded me, and it unless that's what it's called, but Helen Stewart's knit vent that she brings out every year. Caroline buys it and knits it every year. This year, Caroline said that's all minis. Every pattern is 4 minis in the knit vent by Helen Stewart as well. So that's another one for your advents.
And again, another person, I mean, Caroline, if you've got any advent calendars turning up, I mean, you clearly seem to be looking for the right patterns anyway, don't you? I mean, I am beginning to wonder now. I know I've ordered a couple of things. I think I'm going to probably be surprised when things turn up. I know I've got my book. I know I've ordered a couple of things, but
Marjorie, who is she's there ahead of me, the same pattern. So the Shawl Society is Helen Stewart's knit vent, right? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Because the knit vent quite often has got hats, gloves, all sorts of things, hasn't it? So, right.
But it's nice that there's designers out there doing lots of different things for mini skeins, because, you know, it is, you know, very popular, isn't it? Because Iris, who came with us to Yarndale and Bakewell, she's designed a jumper listening to lines, which she did from our advent calendar last year, using up the
year before last.
Or using up the minis in a jumper. So it's a really good way, because sometimes you do get them, don't you? We all look, and then sometimes you think, oh, I don't know what to knit. So it is nice seeing lots of different ideas, and instead of just a shawl, or it's nice turning them into something you can wear. Or
I'm just going to find, because she did that with 24 10-gram minis, but you could still do it with 12 20 grams, or just stash, because on the inside of the pattern she tells you how many grams of each she used.
I mean, Marjorie, stop it. She said that Fruitful Fusion's doing a countdown to Ramadan calendar for after Advent. Yeah, that's it. So you can see all the different colours. It was a really popular pattern, wasn't it?
Really popular, because some people were just buying the solid colour.
Yeah.
Knowing that they'd got, some of them are like 3 and 4 grams. Them stripes are 3 and 4 grams. So if you've got that, well, like we all have, many things in your stash.
And the good thing is, you probably would look at all those minis and you may not put them together. You wouldn't put them next to each other, but because they were put in between the solid colour, it didn't matter that they didn't really necessarily go. Do you know what I mean? It was like a mixture of colours.
Yeah.
But yet it looked really effective, where if you put all those minis, you might look and think, oh, well, I don't know if I'd put that one next to this one or whatever.
A nice
up. Yeah,
Christmas knit.
It did break it up a lot. I'm rambling now. I think I'm lack of sleep. Can't think.
Well, I mean, I did just grab all this as I came, but that I don't think I've got anything else.
You sometimes think that when you haven't done it for a couple of weeks, you'll have loads of things, but I think I can't even remember what I'd shown, what I hadn't shown, and what I had talked about, what I hadn't talked about.
And I know there were 2 or 3 people at Bakewell that came and said, oh, we watched the podcast and thank you. But we were busy at both, but at Bakewell, I just didn't get a chance to go, oh, what's your name? And I'll give you a shout out. Or if I did and I've forgotten, I'm really sorry.
We're sorry. But we do appreciate everybody coming to see us. It's really nice. People coming to say it. And it's nice, because some people don't really say anything to start off with, and as they go in, they might just say something. And you make our day. Thank you. Yeah,
it was really nice. And I apologise for those people that I've forgotten.
I mean, we forget each other's names, so I won't worry about it, don't we?
Yeah. So
that's why we have our names at the bottom, so when we look at the screen, we can remember who we're talking to.
I think that's it. I think that is it.
What are we doing next week? Because I mean, we're gallivanting next week, aren't we?
Well, we're definitely not here on Friday, so it's going to have to be Thursday evening.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. So are we going to commit to Thursday? Let me just have a look at my calendar, because, I mean, you think we have busy lives or something, Dominique?
Well,
I mean, I've actually got it down that we're doing it on Thursday. I mean, how have I managed that?
So we'll be here, let's say 6 o'clock.
Yes,
next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
And then we should get back to some sort of normality for a week.
Yes.
And then I'm away.
Then you're away.
Let's see. I'm afraid you're just going to have to grab us every now and again while you can. But
I mean, we don't know where we are, what we're doing, or who we are. So, I mean, it's a good job you're here. Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, can you believe we're on 138?
I know. Sorry, I've just been eating grapes because I've not had a chance to eat at all. And I was starving before we sat down. I thought, what's the quietest thing I can eat? Grapes.
I've got to say a big thank you as well to everybody who's liking and following us on Instagram, because we finally went over the 2,000, which was lovely. So thank you very much. Don't forget, if you're watching this, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then you'll never miss us. We always pop up when we're there. So we do. I mean, I can't think, am I stringing words together in a sentence? I'm completely losing it. So nothing to remind anybody about this week, apart from we're here next Thursday. Anybody got any questions before we disappear, or Dominique chokes while she's coughing?
Yeah, I've just suddenly realised there was something I just needed to mention that I think will mark soon, but the very sad passing of Jessica Fletcher.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. When I saw it, I thought, I don't believe it.
I think, although we've not discussed this, and we wouldn't have been there, I do think our next Back to the 80s club is going to have to be a Jessica Fletcher.
It was on the list, wasn't it? It was on the list, so I think that's what it will be.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
The amount of people that just listening to them saying Iris, it's just popped up because I needed to do something. Not Iris. Murder, She Wrote, I still watch it to this day, and I'm thinking, yeah, we do. If we go away and there's a Murder, She Wrote, we'll always stick it on. And
one of my first fondest memories of going to the cinema with my dad on a Saturday to the children's was watching Bedknobs and Broomsticks with her.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I've seen little bits of it, but I've not seen that.
That is still one of my... I remember vividly going on a Saturday to the cinema in Bishop Auckland, the old big cinema, and going on a Saturday morning to see the children's movie and programmes, and it was Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Yeah.
Marjorie said she was a good knitter. That does not surprise me.
No. So yes, I think you're right. I think that would be a fitting tribute.
I think it was on the list.
Yeah, it was.
I think we just need to bump it up, which we'll release in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. But I just thought, I don't think I realised she was British.
Oh, I knew she was British. I knew she was British. I knew she'd lived in America. I knew she was British.
Yeah. No, I didn't. That surprised me.
If you'd watched Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Was she British in that? But yeah. You would think Renée Zellweger was in Bridget Jones.
Well, good point, yes, but she wasn't.
Actors are very good at doing.
They are.
So I had to watch one. I found a Murder, She Wrote, and I was like, listening to her accent, I thought, well, she definitely sounds. She doesn't sound like she's putting an American accent on.
I think she moved to America when she was fairly young, though. She wasn't that old when she moved over there.
But then she came back to the UK.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought we talk about Murder, She Wrote and all sorts of things just so much. I just thought we just need to
It's not a girly weekend away, is it? If we're not watching Murder, She Wrote or Diagnosis Murder, one of the two. It's got to be one of them, hasn't it?
Exactly.
It's not Dick Van Dyke.
I was going to say one of them, but yeah. So watch this space, and I think our next Back to the 80s will be a Murder, She Wrote tribute.
Yeah.
So, I think that's it.
I think that's it. I think you're right. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to know anything before we disappear? You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Yes, enjoy the weather wherever you are.
Yes.
Jamaica, other side of the continent.
Yeah.
England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales.
Australia.
Anywhere.
Yeah, wherever you are. I hope you get some knitting done, or just time to sit down and read and relax.
Exactly. So take care of yourselves, everybody.
And we will see you next Thursday.
6 p.m.
Thursday.
Summertime.
Yes.